So, hello, Dan and Sarah. Although alleged Sarah, I have seen no proof recently that she's actually there. I'm assuming she's there. I don't know. Maybe I'll see some video evidence that Sarah's actually there, or maybe she's not. I don't know. How would I know? If it's not on the video, then it doesn't exist. The misty atmospheric weather was awesome. I love that. I imagine walking through that is fantastic. Have you been up on any of your walkabouts in that heavy mist? I can only imagine it would be like on the Barrow Downs in the Fellowship of the Ring, where they get all turned around and lost, and the next thing you know, you're inside of a barrow, and the barrow wights are calling you to lay down and die. But I can imagine that would be just fantastic weather to walk around in. Speaking of weather, I don't think you bought a house in Wales so that you could have 80-degree warm days. You could sit out in the sunshine in your shorts and shirt sleeves. You bought a house in Wales so that no matter what time of year it was, you might always have to put on a rain jacket and a down coat and long pants, or long shorts, or whatever it is. So you got to love the one you're with. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? Nope. I'm heading up to Red Wing right now, so I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to rewatch all of your videos and respond to them. When alleged Brad and alleged Linda and alleged Isaac and alleged Jesse were here, though you saw no video evidence of that, we were quite busy, and I watched your videos but didn't do much, obviously. And Brad and I got a goodly amount of work done on the house. One really nice thing, this is not going to surprise you, about working with Brad is the first day we were at the rectory, I said, okay, we need an outlet here, an outlet and a switch here, we need an outlet here. This box is going to have 2 switches, but that's going to be the first box for the home run, which means the wire that goes all the way to the breaker box. And then we're going to have a ceiling fan light up here. We need a 12.3 and a 12.2 going from this box up to there. And then we need 2 more wires coming in from the basement that reach the breaker box that just get coiled up for these rooms. And then we need a wire for the smoke detectors. Go. And then I got to go and do something else. So I would say, we got a goodly amount of work done on the rectory. And we did a little bit of goofing off. Obviously, we went up on top of Garvin Heights from the Sugarloaf side, and we went to the climbing wall, which I hadn't been since before COVID. And as I said in that video, I've definitely gotten heavier and not stronger. There's a real benefit to being both strong and light, i.e., not me. But I'm going to try to go once a week with Preston. I know Ann and Dave are interested in going, and that would just be nice to go more often. Part of it is strength, part of it is fitness, part of it is technique, and part of it is just the confidence to know that you can do this handhold, which allows you to focus more and keep the doubts out. So, anyway, I'm bombing up to Red Wing to pick up some togs. I think I had made a video last time I came up here to get them, to try them on. They do cost more. They did cost more than your office chair. They might even have cost more. They might cost more than had you gotten a good office chair. Anyway, that's what I got, and I guess I will just go on to the next video clip. So regarding your Wrexham video, welcome to Wrexham indeed. That was great that you were able to see the coach and a couple of the players. I imagine in Wrexham that, and maybe like all, D3 or D whatever division they are, they're like third right now, is that it is, everybody's much more accessible there, especially in that town. It's not like there's a bunch of fanboys from America running around, getting in their way. So they don't have to be as private. I mean, it's, yeah. I wonder if that's how it is in Saudi Arabia with Ronaldo. Everybody's like, ooh, there's Ronaldo. Probably not. I'm sure he still has his entourage, which keeps him separate from the general public. But again, I think that must be a nice thing about Wrexham. They're just in that sweet spot where they're famous because of the show. And you asked if I've seen the show. Yeah, we've talked about it extensively, the first two seasons. It is, so because of that show, the town, the football club, the turf, the bar, the bartender, everybody's famous in a certain respect, but they're all still very accessible, which makes it, I imagine it's like Sarah's readers when they get to meet Sarah and go on a walkabout with her and have dinner with her. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, ooh, I met Sarah Woodbury, that kind of thing, where it's, when they first read her books, when you first watch Wrexham, you probably never imagined I'm actually going to be able to see these people up close and personal. And I'm really glad, and I imagined that would be the case, that the bartender was, in fact, as he presents himself in the show, I think there's probably an element of Schrodinger's cat, where the very fact that he's observed changes his behavior. But yeah, that's a good, sounds like a good day spent there. I imagine that when I come and visit, I will not want to go to Wrexham, just so you know. Yeah, so anyway, still curious as to, nope, that's all I got. Okay, next video. So this is in response to the video that you shot up on the wall behind your house. That video, the one with the weather and the birds. Yeah, that one. No, actually, it's not that video. It's a different video. The one where you blamed your camera for going into slow mode. I don't think it's the camera, dude. I think it's the user. Just saying, I love you, but I think you're transferring onto technology that which belongs to man. Man, that was deep. Okay, so first thing is, so I've watched that video a couple of times, and when Brad watched it, we just talked about it. You do know that when I said that Brad and Linda were stuck in Montana, that was bullshit, right? Because it didn't sound like you knew that in that video. They weren't stuck in Montana. they got here just fine. In fact, in that video I made when I was talking about the fact that they were still in Montana, I panned the camera around and there were Brad and Linda sitting there. So perhaps you missed that. Maybe you were driving up to Red Wing while you were watching my video. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure. I think you need to recalibrate your bullshitometer because the needle should have pegged out. Who are Chelsea and Sherry? So this is like the 5th video you've made with them, talking about them, and I'm trying to think back. Did you tell me in the very first video where you mentioned them? You said Chelsea and Sherry were visiting, but I don't think you actually gave me any context as to who they are. Near as we can tell, maybe they're American. I don't know. Are they English? Are they British? Are they from the Caribbean? Are they Welsh? Are they... I don't know. Anyway, woo! Look at that. I love that. Anyway, give me some context on that. Hey, man. Pictures of ponies. I can't get enough. You gotta love the ponies. So give me more pictures of ponies, and I'm a happy man. In fact, if you could start every video with a picture of a pony, I would appreciate it. So, what is the over and under for that scaffolding getting removed before the end of May? I want to put 10 pounds down for the scaffolding still being up. So if you want to note that bet, I'm sure there's probably some guys at one of the local pubs who have who are keeping track of this. So if you could just report that to them and give them that 10 pounds, I'll pay you back later. Trust me. In fact, I'll pay you from my winnings. So, the Carnarvon Castle, 10 times. I know exactly what you mean, because that's why a little part of me is sad that the Duncan Claley and the grandkids moved to Tuscany, because I really enjoyed going to Tallinn and going into Vonelin and seeing everything that Vonelin had to offer. Because like you, with Carnarvon, every time I went, I found something new. I found a new place that I hadn't seen before, or I learned a little bit more about something I had seen before. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's well worth going again and again and again, depending on the cost. I don't know what Carnarvon costs. Is there an admission fee for that? Also, the trim. So when you put that on with a double-sided tape, is that just a temporary solution? I'm not sure that double-sided tape is going to give you the look you're looking for over time. Rather than, like, why didn't you put it in with nails? But one thing you could do is you could certainly caulk the seams, and that would, in essence, glue it into place. So that's an idea. But no, I'm curious as to why you use double-sided tape. What was, why'd you do that? So anyway, that from the road to Red Wing, that is my story, and I'm sticking to it.